Feel bad Mariah's missing all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the bride. You may be seated. Welcome, family and friends, to this joyous occasion in which we consecrate the love and union of Raja and Piper. On behalf of the bride and groom, I thank you for being here to share this sacred day with them. And make no mistake about it, there are a few days more sacred than a wedding day. For on a wedding day, we step out of the routines of our daily lives to give ourselves over completely to a celebration of love, as we bear witness to two lives joining as one. My name is Paulie Amori, and it is truly my great honor to have been asked by the bride and groom to officiate this wedding. Now, I can imagine, for those of you who don't know me, you might be asking yourselves what a flashily dressed Italian with great hair and a penchant for red did to be standing up here in my shoes. And while we're on the subject, let's take a second to acknowledge the shoes. That's real Italian leather right there. Pretty nice. But shoes notwithstanding, trust me, I have asked myself, not to mention the happy couple, the same question on more than one occasion. The answer, I suppose, is that while today is a celebration of magic and true love, it's also a night of sparkles, best described by Piper and Raja as spiritual goofy. And because Piper and Raja wanted today's ceremony to be steeped in the sacred and the silly, maybe it makes some sense for Paulie Amori, the mayor of love, to be standing here before you today. Thank you. Now, tonight is not only a union of Piper and Raja's lives, but also a union of their many tribes. Because it is our role collectively as their community to be an intrinsic part of the glue that binds them together as a couple. And so today, you and I have been invited to be the temple, the container that holds, honors, and bears witness to this union. So look around for a moment at this beautiful collection of humans. And I encourage you, over the course of the evening, to get to know each other tonight. For you are now family. Hard-ons everywhere. Like the bride and groom, there is nothing typical about our ceremony. Though it is not a religious affair, it is a deeply spiritual one in celebration of love. Rumi wrote, "I belong to no religion. My religion is love. Every heart is my temple. For when we choose to love, when we vote for love, as I like to say, are we not our purest, most devout selves?" I had the opportunity to have dinner with Raja and Piper last month, to spend some time getting to know their story a bit more. As we discussed their ceremony and what they wanted from it, they reflected on their time together. They told me of how they first became friends at Burning Man in 2014, though they both had significant others at the time. Piper remembered Raja promising to come wake her up for a random rap sunrise that she had mentioned to him she wanted to catch, and how surprised she was when he honored his word and returned to camp in the middle of the night to gently wake her. Soon after the burn, their other relationships fizzled out, as these things do, and they ended up meeting again at the Jam Cruise in Miami. When Raja kissed her for the first time, Piper said, "Well, I guess you could be my boat boyfriend." At the time, Piper was living in Santa Monica, Raja in Seattle, and they would see each other fairly often, though mostly at festivals. So Raja soon went from boat boyfriend to festival boyfriend. Over the next year, they went back and forth, seeing each other as much as time permitted, and they fell in love. But the logistics of their long-distance relationship made things challenging, and they decided to uncouple before going to Burning Man once again. Some loves, however, are not to be denied. And after a few lonely days in the dust, they soon realized that they simply had to make it work. Contrary to Piper's early opinion of him as a party boy, Raja was laser-focused when it came to Piper. He pursued her relentlessly. And when they arrived back in the default world, Raja made Piper a promise that he would not let more than 2 weeks go by without seeing her. And for 2 years, he kept that promise, until he was finally able to move down to LA to be with the love of his life. And then in 2018, back in that city that first spawned their love, the one out there in the desert, Raja endeavored to create the most epic proposal of all time. A treasure hunt for that greatest treasure of all, true love. Now, I had the immense pleasure of running into Raja the night before Piper arrived on the playa, and witnessed his incredible glee as he told me his plan, punctuated at crucial moments by bursts of fire from his bike-mounted flame cannon, a sentence I think could only be said about Raja. And somehow, in the most chaotic place on earth, where things never pan out as you plan, Raja's incredibly intricate plan went off without a hitch. Maybe not so surprising for this magical couple. And so here we are. To quote another wise sage, Dr. Seuss, we are all a little weird, and life's a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with him and fall in mutual weirdness and call it love. And now, let's get down to business. We are gathered here today to bear witness to a sacred act through the marriage of these two miraculous people. The reality we experience is made up of the 4 elements: fire, earth, wind, and water. And our memories are formed through the interaction of these elements with our 5 senses: taste, sight, touch, smell, and sound. Now, we've all smelled a familiar scent that took us right back to a long-forgotten experience, or tasted something that reminded us of a childhood memory. And as this lovely couple's lives will be bound and merged in every way imaginable, today we will help to bind these memories eternally by coding them into all of our senses, using all of the elements combined. The first experience is water, sound, and air. Water is the source of all life. By offering each other their waters, they accept the commingling of their souls and agree to blend them together, knowing this will forever change them and create a new color that they will dance through life with. Watering each other's souls grows the blossom of love and carries its scent on the air throughout the world. I told you it would be a night of magic. Our next element. That's never happened to us before. Enjoy being spritzed by their waters. Is everyone sufficiently wet? Perfect. Our next element is earth. Today, Piper and Raja are agreeing to be bound by an eternal contract to love each other no matter what. In ancient times, a powerful contract would be symbolized by the mixing of two individual sands, with the agreement that the contract could only be broken if every grain of sand could be separated back into their two containers. So too is the depth of the bond that these two share as they enter into the deepest of sacred contracts. The two sands represent their unique energies. The layering represents their individual lives starting to come together. And the mixed sand at the top represents the merging and mixing of their souls. The couple wishes to share some of this sacred sand of their union with you, a gift that you may forever hold a piece of the earth they share, and remember this day and this love. And unlike beach sand, this is the kind you don't mind finding in weird crevices later down the road. So feel free to enjoy that in any way you see fit. Everyone sandy and wet now? Beautiful. The next experience is fire and sight. Many say that fire is alive as it eats, breathes, grows, and reproduces. The living flame of this sacred love started with their mothers and fathers. Their light lit the paths of these twin flames. As these two twin flames came together, as they come together, they light the flame of eternal matrimony, and that spark flashes unexpectedly bright, as the luminescence of true love can be astonishing to see. Every year, on the anniversary of this day, Piper and Raja will light this special candle once again to remind themselves to always keep the fires of passion in their marriage alive. That's it.
Sunshine and happiness, so glad to wake and fall from home.
experience tonight is taste and touch. And I will turn this over to Mariah, who will lead us in a cacao ceremony.
Thank you, good sir. All right, how's everyone feeling? So as he mentioned, the final experience is taste and touch. So to invoke these senses, we'll bring forward one of the oldest known ceremonial drinks, cacao. While this cacao drink is being passed out, I'll share a little of this tree's incredible history. Please wait to drink until we all have our cups, and even if you think you may not drink, I will share the ingredients. Please take a cup so that you can enjoy the aroma, you can have the sense of it, hold it in your hand. You can always share it with your neighbor if you choose not to. Take it in. So, we're going to raise these in a toast in a few moments once everyone has it to honor this love celebration we've come here to witness today. This ancient superfood is abundant in essential minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants. It's been known to calm stress, increase focus, as well as create a sense of connection, heart expansion, and joy. The shamanic use of pure cacao is one of the oldest holistic practices, which has been used by ancient Mayans and Aztecian cultures for thousands of years. In fact, it was so valued that it's speculated that cacao beans were used as currency in Mayan culture as far back as 250 to 900 AD. Let that sink in for a moment. The tree's scientific name is Theobroma cacao, which is Greek for food of the gods. And so as we honor our beautiful bodies today through taste and touch in this simple cacao ceremony, we open to experiencing a rebalancing of energies within us and a restoration of good health in our bodies and in our relationships. This drink contains natural compounds that invigorate the mind and body, that are also stimulating. So if you're sensitive to any type of stimulants similar to caffeine, you may want to consider that. The drink in your hands today is an alchemical blend of ceremonial grade cacao grown by a group of sweet Mayan Guatemalan women who've been using it for centuries. It also has some toasted coconut almond milk, so if you have nut allergies, pay attention. Organic coconut oil, agave, pink Himalayan sea salt, maple syrup, cinnamon, nutmeg, and two very special ingredients, including ground rose petals from the ground, but actual rose petals that have been ground up, to further open your hearts and align you with your inner self-love. The other special ingredient is monoatomic gold. Yes, I said gold. It's sourced from the Big Island of Hawaii to enhance mental clarity and promote greater mind and body integration. Today, Piper and Raja wish to toast their love with a drink that brings a grounded, centered experience. Okay, just a few more glasses to be handed out. But while we're waiting for that, please have a nice smell of the cacao. Take it in. Allow your senses to already be influenced by it. Now, is there anyone who, because of allergies, for any reason, would not like to drink it? If so, you can raise your hand. We'll bring you a glass of alchemized water. Okay, I see one. One glass of water, please. Any others? 2 glasses of water, please. One more cacao, please, and the water goes to the back. The water goes to the hand in the back. And one more cacao, please. Thank you. Great job, team. Thank you. Thank you to our servers. Thank you. Beautiful. So if you would all, does everyone have who would like to? I see a few more. Beautiful, great. Everyone? Yes? Including me? Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So if you would all please stand, we're going to raise our glasses in a toast. Beautiful. We now call on the alchemical properties contained in this ancient and beloved drink to open our hearts, improve our minds, and heal our bodies, allowing for the molecules of cacao to become the cellular memory of the lives that we are living long past this day, locking in the memory of this love, the union of Piper and Roger. If you agree, please raise your glasses high and say yes!
Yes! Ow!
Thank you, Mariah.
Thank you.
You may be seated. That really is stimulating. My nipples are nothing in the teeth. You're good. Well, now that we have fully encoded this experience and all the elements and all the senses, I think it's time we join this to an holy matrimony. What do you say?
Yes!
We will come now to the words that will sanctify this marriage.
Yes.
The words which bring us here together, and which will take Piper and Araja across the threshold from engaged to married. The bride and groom have prepared their own vows. Please face each other and hold hands. Piper?
Today, my sweet, mushy squishy, I promise to join my life with yours and to be your eternal partner in crime, your best friend and lover. I choose to be your fierce, loyal, playful, supportive, and gentle partner and friend. I mean that I promise to honor you, respect you, witness you, challenge you, inspire you, be inspired by you, comfort you, support you, encourage you, laugh with you, cry with you, and above all, love you. I promise to always pursue you, to fight for you, and love you unconditionally, wholeheartedly and mindfully for our forever and then some, with every ounce and cosmic fiber of my unique being.
That would be you. Keep holding her hand. I'll hold the mic for you.
Piper, when I asked you to marry me, I said that there was mysteries in this world that I don't understand. Like what happened before the Big Bang, and where did my consciousness come from? But I knew one thing for certain, that I had found true love, and I was ready to make one decision for certain, and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. Since you said yes, I know I have felt two new things for certain. What it feels like to have you look at me like your lifelong husband. And what it feels like to have you look at me like the father of our family. I vow that I'll never let go of those feelings. I vow that there is no mountain that can be raised, no barrier that can be built, and no void that can be formed in our souls that I'm not willing to overcome together. I vow to graciously and constantly surrender my ego and stubbornness in the spirit of our cooperation and on the altar of our union. I vow to realize my temper as fast as I can, and in the times of pain and frustration, stop myself and ask the question, sweetie, do we need a penguin?
It's a high degree of difficulty in our weddings.
In order to realize that there's an inner child in both of us that simply wants to reconnect. I vow to always ask myself what I can do now to be a better husband and father, and what I can do now to show you that I still love you as much as I do today. For richer, for poorer, for sickness and in health, till death do us part. I vow to always be thankful for you.
Beautiful. And now for the rings. Where my pug at? Buddha.
It's a sparkle pug.
That's some serious pug life. Come on. Give it a laugh. You got that? That's okay, I've got some chill. Let me love some time. The wedding ring is an emblem of love through time, a symbol of devotion and an agreement between two parties to love and cherish one another for the rest of their days. Wedding rings are, of course, circular in shape because a circle has no beginning or end. It is endless, eternal, just the way love should be. The wedding ring is worn on the fourth finger of the left hand because in ancient times, the vein of this finger was believed to lead directly to the wearer's heart. Your wedding rings are the outward and visible signs of the inward and invisible bond which already unites your two hearts in love. Raja, place the ring on your bride's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
my love is also forever.
my love is also forever.
Piper. No kissing yet, buddy. There's no kissing until I tell you, my friend. Foreplay. Piper. Place the ring on your groom's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
my love is also forever.
my love is forever.
And now, Raja, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Piper in marriage?
I do.
Piper, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to Raja in marriage?
I do!
And so now, by the power vested in me by a slightly sketchy online ministry website, it is my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. Family and friends, it gives me great pleasure to present the newlyweds, Raja and Piper Adams.
I was really just blown away by their bold love, their authentic generosity, and the fact that they just create the most powerful environments. And it was my honor to put that into a song for you, and I am so excited to watch you create powerful environments for the rest of your lives.
We love you so much. Yeah.
Hit it, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Started out, thought we would just be friends. The odds stacked against us, but there we were, we just kept coming back over and over again. Purple dawn beneath the dust, maybe I love you. Travel around the world, get lost, baby, I might need you. Say what you want. They're both mutually weird as hell. Let's call it love. There's a reason this works, baby. Yeah, yeah. All the mysteries in this universe, there's one thing I know for certain. Finally found the ultimate treasure. Say what you want. We're mutually weird as hell. Yeah. Let's call it love. There's a reason this works, baby. Cities can't keep us apart. I know I love you. Out to sea beneath the stars, baby, I just needed you. Oh, I know you'll be there for me forever. Goes on and on and on and on and on. There's a reason this works. Oh, you know it's true love.
Let's give it up, everyone, Gabe. Oh my.
feel so close to you right now. It's a false feeling. About my sleep like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. gonna